Are you using Monzo Pots in the most effective way to protect your financial future, or is your emergency fund sitting in a single, boring pot? That's the question I had to ask myself recently. For the longest time, I just had one savings pot for everything, including my emergency fund. But as my financial life got more complex, I realized that a one-size-fits-all approach to emergency saving just wasn't cutting it. Monzo Pots are powerful, but only if you use them strategically. The key is to recognize that not all emergencies are created equal, and your pot should reflect that. I now split my emergency savings into 3 distinct Monzo Pots, each serving a different purpose and built for different types of financial shock. This system keeps my money organized, prevents me from dipping into my main safety net for minor issues, and ensures I'm ready for a truly catastrophic event. 1. The short-term buffer pot, easy access. This is the smallest pot, typically holding just 1 month's worth of essential expenses, max. I keep this money in a standard, non-interest earning Monzo pot, or maybe a simple easy access savings pot if the rate is competitive enough to make it worthwhile. Purpose: this is the immediate cushion. Think minor car repair, an unexpected vet bill, or replacing a broken washing machine. It's for emergencies that cost $100 to $1000. Why a separate pot? If I only had the big emergency fund, taking out $300 for a repair feels like breaking my main fund. Having this pot means I can instantly access cash for life's inevitable bumps without disturbing the core emergency fund. Best feature: I often use the Monzo Roundup feature to passively top this up, making it feel less like active saving and more like a continuous buffer. 2. The core emergency fund, fixed/notice pot. This is the main event. It holds the traditional 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses. Because I want this money to be safe and out of sight, this is where I use Monzo's premium pot options, a fixed savings pot or a notice savings pot. Purpose: true financial catastrophe. Job loss, major uninsured medical bills, or an extended period where I can't work. This is the ultimate safety net. Why fixed/notice? The barrier to access is intentional. A fixed pot locks the money away for a set period, offering a higher interest rate and giving me a mental hurdle to overcome before breaking it. A notice pot, which requires 30, 90, or 120 days notice to withdraw, is a fantastic psychological tool. If I'm tempted to buy a new TV, the fact that I can't touch the money for 3 months forces me to rethink my spending decision. Personal rule: I always set the essential living expenses amount low. Rent, utilities, food, and minimum debt payments. No discretionary spending is included in this calculation. 3. The annual/big ticket pot, scheduled savings. This pot is arguably a sinking fund disguised as an emergency pot, and it's essential for preventing predictable costs from becoming emergencies. It holds money for major, expected but irregular expenses. Purpose: things like my annual car insurance renewal, annual professional certification fees, or the replacement fund for my roof, which is getting old. These costs are predictable but can feel like an emergency if I haven't saved for them. Best feature: I use the scheduled payments feature. If my car insurance is $600 a year, I set up a standing order of $50 a month to go into this pot. When the bill comes, I pay it directly from this pot, and my main budget and emergency fund remain untouched. Benefit: by ring-fencing these known expenses, I reduce the pressure on my core emergency fund, keeping it pure and ready for a genuine crisis. So, in summary, don't just create one emergency pot. Break it down into the buffer pot for quick fixes, the core fund for survival, and the big ticket pot for predictable, large bills. This layered approach is how I've found peace of mind with my Monzo savings. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.